Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Episode 15 here at CC TitleTown. It's Thursday, August 8th. Finally kind of moved into our little, what would you call it, Cam?
This is new CC TitleTown headquarters right here.
Exactly, the HQ, baby.
Yes.
How you doing, Cam?
I'm good, man. It's been a minute since we've been able to do the podcast because, life and then trying to move everything over here and get everything set up and just coordinating schedules. But
right,
and it's kind of been a dead period, anyways.
Right, not
in
too
sports,
much going on.
So but stuff's starting to pick up again. So
exactly,
it's perfect timing to have another episode.
That's right. No, I'm excited to be back. I've missed it.
Yeah, me too.
Although I feel like the break was kind of nice, like just relax, like get our minds right.
Yeah.
With everything going on in our lives, get the HQ set up for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get us back on track.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, no, I'm definitely excited to be back here, and we kind of got a lot to talk about. We're gonna cover a few different topics.
Yeah. Oh
and,
yeah.
And probably we're going to start with some baseball.
Yes.
Which is where we kind of left off last episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
The All-Star break.
Right.
Essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they're not on the home stretch yet. They still got, how many games left, you think, roughly?
Maybe 50, roughly 50-ish games.
So they're not
somewhere around there.
quite down the stretch yet. About 25 games is about the home stretch, I'd say.
Yeah. That's when stuff starts to get real tight.
Right.
Yeah. September.
Exactly.
It's right around the corner.
Yep. It really is, which is kind of crazy to think about that it's almost the middle of August. But,
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So trade deadline just passed a week ago.
Yeah, July 31st.
Yeah,
July
so just
31st.
over a week ago. Nothing. There were some big things, but nothing. Not a lot of things, I feel like.
Well, so that's interesting that you say that. So I read a stat today that there was 30 deals done involving 77 players, which is a new record on, the trade deadline.
Like I said, there was a lot of stuff that happened.
yeah. But there wasn't a ton of blockbuster moves.
Right.
Which in baseball you don't really see those moves.
Yeah, it's not as common.
Yeah. As basketball, like the basketball free agency, that was like
basketball free agency trade deadline. That's always the biggest.
It's like
than any other sport.
So much drama involved.
Always, because I feel they can make moves happen so easily in that sport.
Yeah.
Like regardless of a cap situation, roster situation, they'll figure it out.
It's a player-driven league.
Right.
And I don't think baseball's not a player-driven league, but I think what happened in the NBA was just it was kind of unprecedented, really. Yeah. There's never been anything like that.
Exactly.
Like all those big names, over 40% of the league being a free agent, like that's insane.
Yeah, no, it really was. But I'd say the biggest deal that happened was the Astros acquiring
Zach Greinke.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
I mean, that's pretty huge, especially for the Astros and the
for their playoff push, man. That's gonna be like that's unreal. Like that pitching staff right now. You don't even need to have anyone great, but they've already got a good staff.
Exactly.
So they just added another. I'm pretty sure Greinke's won a Cy Young.
I believe
Verlander's won a Cy Young.
Exactly. And in a American league, like to put that type of rotation together, like as bad as the American League is, like they got to be the front runners over the Yankees, right?
I would say, that move.
At this point, right?
That move put them over the edge.
Right.
Like, I think we were kind of debating back in our last episode, Yankees or Astros. And I think I went with Astros because of their pitching.
Right.
And the Astros still have a good lineup as well.
Yeah, they're not. It's not like their hitting's very, not good.
They're not the Bronx Bombers. But
right. They don't need to be, though.
They don't need to be because of their pitching.
Right.
They've got a good lineup and great pitching. I'm sorry, give me great pitching any day.
Oh, for
because
sure.
In the playoffs especially, if you've got a great pitching staff like the Astros do, say you're matched up against the Yankees in the ALCS.
Right.
It takes 4 games to win the series.
Right.
So if the Yankees go cold for 2-3 games,
exactly,
and they're down 0-2, 0-3,
they're done.
I mean,
and they got to go up against a Verlander or
or a Greinke or whoever. I mean, and their bullpen is good.
Right.
Good luck.
It's gonna be a battle.
Good luck. Yeah.
No, I totally agree. That's definitely. The Astros are just loaded with their pitching rotation.
Crazy.
But what are some other ones? I know we talked about briefly before the pod. We talked about Puig.
Yeah,
that
Puig.
little 3-team deal that went down. As far as bigger names that we know of.
You know, if I'm not a huge fan of Yasiel Puig.
Right.
If his game was as big as his attitude, he'd be a great player.
Right.
But his attitude's terrible. So that's
why it just doesn't level out.
Yeah. I mean, he's got all the tools.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. He's got all the tools and the talent. If he could just get his head right, man.
Right.
It was a good pick. I think it was a good move for the Reds. They got Trevor Bauer out of that. Yeah. Basically Bauer for Puig and another guy. I can't remember who else was in the deal, but those were the two bigger names.
Exactly.
So the Reds, they got a pretty decent pitcher in Trevor Bauer.
Because Puig went to the Indians, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean...
And who knows, Puig might fit in well with them.
Exactly. I mean, it's not like he's a bad player.
No,
he's just
not.
not as good as he could be.
Yes. And I just don't think he's worth the headache.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't want him on my team.
Right. And every sport has players like that. Every team, that's normal.
I'm trying to think of a guy like Pac-Man Jones.
Odell Beckham.
Timeout. Odell Beckham is different because his game matches his attitude. Odell Beckham is arguably the best receiver in the game.
No, he's arguably top 5.
He's easily top 5.
Okay.
Are you serious? Look at his, please.
DeAndre Hopkins easily the best receiver. I would take Michael Thomas over Odell Beckham for sure. That's just
Look
me.
who's throwing him the ball. Put Odell in that situation. Come on, it's a quarterback-driven league. I'm sorry we're getting off of baseball right now, but
why did he get traded then? Not worth the headache. That's what we were talking about.
No, because the Giants they want their players to act a certain way.
The Giants thought he wasn't worth the headache.
They thought that, but shit, the Browns are happier than hell to have him.
Now we ain't seen the game yet. What happens when they lose and he doesn't get the ball? So we'll see.
Look, man, he's honestly not that big of a headache. Like, he wants to win. He competes. He doesn't go after teammates. He kicks a field goal net. Big fucking whoop. Right. Excuse my language.
I love it.
But
I love it.
But come on. Odell is not that much of a
Essentially,
Antonio Brown's more of a headache. Antonio Brown's more of a headache.
More or equal. I mean, there's
more of a headache.
But whose production's been better?
Look who's throwing him the ball.
Bro, come on.
Odell Beckham was on. Did you see the first 3 years in the league? Odell Beckham's
say he
first
was
3 years.
Slouch.
Bro, he had the most receiving yards, most receptions. I'm pretty sure he was close in touchdowns. Most in those categories in his first 3 years in the league.
Right.
Injuries kind of slowed him down a little bit. Eli Manning turning into a terrible quarterback slowed that. Dude, Eli Manning, or would you rather have Eli Manning or Ben Roethlisberger?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Would you rather have Eli Manning or Drew Brees?
Drew Brees.
Okay. And those are... Eli's going to go in the Hall of Fame, but the last few years, he ain't been a Hall of Fame quarterback. Eli Manning's a postseason quarterback. That's it.
Get to the postseason.
You can't, because Eli's terrible. That line was terrible.
You can't blame one person. Yeah.
Dude, he's the main guy getting him the ball. What do you mean? He is the guy.
He got traded for a reason.
He got traded because they're trying to build around Saquon, but that's another story.
That's fine. I'll take Saquon over Odell any day.
Take a running back over a receiver?
Any day. Barkley?
I mean, I can't really knock that because Saquon is a freak.
Bro, a freak.
But
we can get to receivers later because I already had 4 lined up that I could argue better than Odell.
I mean, you could maybe make the argument, but let's see what he does with a good quarterback in Baker Mayfield.
You're saying Baker's a good quarterback?
I think he was Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Was he not good?
I don't know.
He broke all the rookie records, the rookie touchdown
We'll
record.
see.
In, 14 games?
We will see.
With a head coach that he didn't gel with the first half of the season?
We'll
Man,
see.
we'll get into
I'll take
it.
Trubisky over Baker any day.
Oh.
So like we said,
We will get to that in a minute.
the thing with Puig, like we said, the attitude,
Yes.
is not worth the headache. Every team has, I guess every team doesn't have a guy like that, but
There's always a player like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
And his just happens to be to the extreme
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
this case.
I mean, his last game, right before he got traded, he got into a fight.
But some people like that. Like,
I mean, yeah, that's cool, but like, dude, he tries to fight everybody.
he's kind of so like on a lesser standard, like, but like, do you think he goes after teammates a lot?
I don't want to say he's like Carlos Zambrano, like
Right.
going after teammates. You know, him
Right.
and Michael Barrett back in the day. I just don't know if guys really like appreciate the antics.
Right.
His on the field, like nonchalant, like
do you get the
almost showing up the other team.
But do you get the okay, I know he's got my back every game.
That's fine. That's great.
Kind of like the Westbrook thing. Like,
That's great.
he's gonna go to war with me.
But Westbrook's an MVP, so let's not even.
No, mentality wise.
I gotcha.
Like ego wise, almost.
I don't know. I don't know if he's like
I can count
that.
on him to get my back. Like, he's
I don't-
got me.
I mean, yeah, he's got your back, but I don't know if he like brings it and plays as hard
Right.
as a Westbrook.
Right. Right.
You know, and that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that.
I just think Puig's a big headache, and that's good for the Reds to move on from him and acquire Trevor Bauer.
Yeah. No, I think
You
that's
know?
a good, really good.
So, the Cubs also acquired an outfielder, Nick Castellanos.
Yes.
I hope I'm saying his name right.
I think so. Yeah.
And he was hitting about 280 with the Tigers. I think he had 11 homers. I don't remember his RBI total. His on base plus slugging was over 800. Good. That's good. That's a good player.
Right.
But he was known for just his hitting. A lot of people thought that he's like, oh, he's a butcher in the outfield. Can't
Right.
really play outfield that well.
Yeah.
Almost a DH without a DH spot for him.
Gotcha.
But man, honestly, he's impressed me. Like, he looks like a decent athlete out in right field.
Didn't they pick up a second baseman or infield?
Yeah, Kemp.
Kemp. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know too much about him, to be honest.
He's more of a guy that's going to be
Rotational.
a utility player, kind of, get some starts here and there. Really, he's going to help with their depth,
Right.
base running. He doesn't strike out a ton.
Right.
So that was a nice pickup.
Yeah.
Especially
Where he came from.
the
trying to think.
Astros.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So that was a good pickup as well. And they picked up some bullpen arms, the Cubs did.
And I don't think they gave up too much for those things either.
No, they really didn't.
So that's always makes it better.
Yeah. So they made some good moves, and
No
I think,
risk.
yeah, it's going to pay off for him. It already is. Castellanos is a lot better than I thought
Right.
he was going to be.
Definitely.
So
that makes it more enjoyable as a fan for sure.
Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear about I don't think your Sox made any moves.
Not
They just
that-
need to stay put, though. They're young.
Yeah, they don't need to do too much right now.
Yeah.
We were talking about it before. This is kind of what we were expecting.
Yep.
Just if they finish just under 500 in the season, that's a huge improvement in kind of where we had them in the beginning anyway.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I
totally.
wasn't expecting anything too crazy in the beginning.
You shouldn't. And any fan base that expects a team that lost 100 games last year to turn it around.
Exactly.
In baseball, it is a process.
Right.
Like, you don't just get good overnight.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Yankees and you buy your players.
One player isn't going to change your whole team like
No.
basketball for sure.
Exactly.
Even football, if you can, we'll see with the Raiders and the Jets with the Le'Veon Bell, the Antonio Brown's top 3-5 position players at the
Right.
position. We'll see if they can change,
Because those guys are literally involved in, a lot more of the offense.
Uh-huh.
And
Exactly.
they don't play defense, in
Right.
football. But
Right.
still, their hands they can have more of an effect, a direct effect on the game.
Right. Exactly.
In baseball, you only get 3, 4, maybe 5 at-bats
Right.
in a game.
At max.
Yeah,
5 max.
5 max.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I agree. It is a process, and they understand that. And
Mm-hmm.
it takes time.
So yeah.
What do you expect going forward, I guess, out of the American League? We briefly, like we always do, talked about this stuff before.
Yeah.
I think, like we said, we have our two big hitters, the Astros and the Yankees. But as far as anybody else, what are you kind of looking at?
So
because you got, I was gonna say,
obviously those two are head and shoulders above everyone else.
Right, and then you got the Twins and Indians battling in the Central.
Yeah.
You were expecting the Twins to keep falling.
I think the Twins they're slowing down right now, and the Indians are playing better. I think the Indians will probably end up taking that.
Yeah.
Just because they got a little bit more star power.
A.K.A. Puig.
No. Francisco Lindor is more who I was getting at. He was in the running for MVP last year for a while.
Lindor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
People don't talk about the Indians much because they're in Cleveland.
Right.
But, they should be solid.
I think they could definitely get out of the Central.
The A's, surprisingly, I almost think that they're playing above where
they're really at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 10 games back of the Astros, so they won't catch them. They'll have to get in a wild card. I kind of think that they're playing above where they should be right now.
Exactly.
The Rays.
I just say it comes down to like the Rays and the Red Sox, and like.
So I'll give my take on the Red Sox in a second, but the Rays, I think we kind of talked about them at the beginning of the year.
Pitching staff we talked about a lot.
Pitching staff is really good, and that's been carrying them the whole way. And like I said, if you got good pitching, man, you're in every game.
You're competitive, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you don't need to score a ton of runs.
Exactly. No. Go ahead and give your take on
the Boston Red Sox, ladies and gentlemen. Brace yourselves for this.
Comes.
Defending World Series champs. Mookie Betts was the American League MVP last year. They're not going to make the playoffs.
Dun dun dun.
That's my prediction.
Bomb.
They're not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, what? They're about 6-7 games out of the wild card.
They're not quite that far. I got the standings up right here.
Okay. They were like 6. I could be wrong.
So they made a great push. I think they swept the Yankees. If I'm not mistaken, a 4-game series, they swept them. But then they turned around and lost.
Right.
So I just don't see how they're going to be able to make the playoffs. How far are they back in their division?
In the division, the Yankees they're 16 back from the Yankees, but only 6 back from the Rays, who I thought
are in first for the
wild card. So
yes.
about 6, yes.
I'm sorry, the Indians are first.
Okay.
But they're 6 games back of the second spot in the wild card.
Right.
Of that.
Right.
Good luck. You still got games with the Yankees, the Rays.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, they got the team to do it, but as far as what we've seen this year,
their pitching has been down.
Yeah, just not.
I think guys are starting to get a little bit older. David Price is getting older.
Right.
Chris Sale, he's always falls off towards the end of the year.
Right.
I just don't see them doing it. I just don't see how they're going to make it now. I mean, that's already a tough division.
Yeah.
The Rays are playing out of their mind, and then the Yankees.
You think the Rays will keep it going?
I think so. I think if they can stay healthy,
right,
everyone on their pitching staff, stays relatively healthy, then I think they'll be all right. The Rays, for whatever reason, they just seem to stick around.
Yeah.
It's strange. They...
And I don't think they were expected to kind of be like this year.
No, they weren't. They never are. I mean, they play in Tampa Bay. They don't draw flies.
Right.
So, but I don't see the Red Sox. They don't. It's almost like a really long World Series hangover.
Right.
And they just are in a funk. They've been in a funk all season. They can't get out of it.
Right.
So
they're stuck right now.
Mm-hmm. I know we got some listeners that are Red Sox fans, and they're gonna hate to hear that. Oh yeah, they're gonna hate to hear that, but it's the truth. They're not making the playoffs. Mark my words.
If I had to just say playoffs or no playoffs, I'd probably go with the same thing. I don't think
it's a safe bet at this point.
Yeah.
We are how many games exactly? They played 116 games. They play 162. So we're under 50 games.
Yeah, it's tough, man. They're going to have a tough road for sure.
We'll see where they're at the end of August. If they're still right here, they ain't making it.
Oh, yeah, they're out of it by then. If they don't, like, catch any games by the end of August, they're screwed.
Yep.
But let's go to the National League, where it's more of a not so top heavy.
Yeah. National League. Well, other than the Dodgers.
Yeah, they're just loaded.
Yeah.
Like literally loaded.
They're pitching, and they got Cody Bellinger, who is
a dog.
Oh my gosh, he might win the MVP.
Straight dog.
Either him or I got to give it. So I think I picked Yelich at the All-Star break.
Yeah.
But a lot of times in baseball, they look at how your team performs.
Right.
Which I wish they wouldn't do that, as much, because like we've talked about, like you don't have as much of an impact on your team.
Right.
If you're balling out, but your pitching staff sucks.
Right.
What can you do about that?
Right. You got no errors. You're batting, whatever, 315.
Yeah, these guys are batting over 300. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're doing literally everything you can.
Yes.
You can only control so much in the sport of baseball as
right.
far as you.
Right. So Brewers have bad pitching.
Right.
So, but they can hit a little bit, and they got Yelich. But I think Bellinger's going to win the MVP. Yeah. Based on, he might, like, they're like almost neck and neck in each category. So you could give it to either one, but I think they're going to give it to Bellinger because of his team's performance.
Right, and that's funny because, like I said, a source close to me and a source close to baseball, they're expecting a big fall off from the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the month, you're looking at almost double digits games back.
I could see that.
They're 3 back right now
mm-hmm.
for the Cubs, and by the end of August, they're saying 8, 9, 10 games back.
I can honestly see that because the Brewers, the pitching staff, like I said, is not there. The Cubs have addressed some of their pitching issues in the bullpen. Their starting pitching has been solid throughout the year.
Right.
And their bats are starting. They've added another bat in Castellanos.
Right. They've been kind of average.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. They get hot and then they'll cool off.
Right.
And then they get hot. But I think Castellanos has been that he's added like a bat that's going to be consistent.
Right.
Doesn't strike out a ton. That's what they need in their lineup. It's just going to help the flow of the offense.
Right.
More.
Right.
So yeah, the Cubs got better.
Right.
The Brewers didn't do really anything.
Exactly. They didn't make any moves necessary.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I don't know. The National League is kind of.
The Braves, man.
I was gonna ask, what do you think about the Braves and?
The Braves, quietly, they've got a lot of young guys on their team, and they're really, really good.
Right.
They've quietly just been like kind of not dominating, but going through the NL East like it's nothing.
Right.
You got the Nationals starting to come on again. In the Phillies, I don't think they'll do a whole lot. I think I said they'd be around 500.
Yeah.
Roughly, and that's kind of where they're sitting, just over 500.
Right.
But the Braves, man, that's their division. That's going to be their division for a while, I think.
I think so too. And like you said, they got some young guys that are really good, and they'll probably be there
Ronald
for a while.
Acuna Jr. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Insane.
Yeah, those young cats, man. Baseball is becoming younger and younger. Like you've got guys coming into the league that are taking the league by storm, like just ready to play at 21, 22 years old.
Ready to go. Put me in, coach.
Yeah. I mean, Bellinger's only in his 3rd or 4th year, and he's...
Isn't that crazy?
Jeez, dude.
It's crazy.
He's like 23, 24.
Right. What, Trout's only like 26? 27 maybe?
I think Trout's 28.
Is he? Okay.
But let's talk about Mike Trout for a second.
Right.
Like, Mike Trout could be considered... I don't know about the best, but he's going to be considered one of the best players of all time.
Really?
Of all time. Like, I call him the GOAT, like, jokingly, but, like, man, the dude can do...
It's a good possibility.
The dude can do everything on the baseball field.
Oh.
He can play... He's a...
No doubt about it.
Five-tool player easily. He can throw. Did you see the seed that he threw from center field the other night?
Insane.
It was maybe a few weeks ago at this point, but it was like 98 miles an hour from the outfield.
Come
on.
It's a beam.
He hits dingers. He's going to win the AL MVP again if he stays healthy. He's been in the American League MVP. He's been in the top 5 every year that he's been in the league.
Damn.
Like,
yeah, he's unreal.
You can't top that. You can't.
Yeah, you just gotta.
The consistency, and it's like, oh, Mike Trout is hitting. He's got like 36 or 37 bombs. But everybody's talking about Bellinger and Yelich and all those guys.
That's fine.
But it's like that people don't even really talk about Trout anymore because they just expect it.
Right. It's just the norm now.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, you got these guys having career seasons, but Trout's just doing his thing.
Like it's nothing.
Yeah. So
it's just crazy.
He's gonna go down as one of the best, maybe 5 best players in the game of all time. Honestly,
like that might be like that's on like.
And there's a lot of greats. There's a lot of greats. Yeah, and that's the
right
low
that's
for him.
Exactly.
So
it's great to see.
Yeah, and he's the only guy in the MLB that has their own signature shoe.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Yeah.
And I got a pair. I got a pair.
The
Trouts.
I did not know that. But
yeah.
That's crazy.
Remember the Griffies back in the day? Like the swingman. Griffies and yeah, man. Like we talked about earlier, like not many guys have their own shoe. And Trout, well, obviously Trout's the only one. So
good for him.
Yeah.
He deserves it for sure.
He does. So I guess it is mid-August just about.
It's that time of the year.
We all know baseball's heating up and football's about to get started. So I think we should.
Duh, Bears.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, preseason starts tonight.
They start tonight.
There's like 8 or 9 games going on tonight. I just got an update.
Jeez.
Giants first drive. Daniel Jones 5 for 5, 67 yards and a touchdown.
Really?
Watch out.
Who'd they play?
Who was it?
And I guarantee you the defensive starters probably weren't out there for that team. But okay.
No, well, no. It's Daniel Jones. I didn't say Eli Manning because I know that's what you're thinking.
No.
I mean, it's the preseason.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it doesn't.
He's a rookie quarterback who's going to come off the bench. He's not going to start right away. So, I mean, I'm just glad football's back, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm happy about it too. I love football season.
Oh, dude, easily
September is great because like baseball season is like at its hottest
time.
Yeah. And then football season starting. Mm-hmm. Oh man,
that's how I am in like what is it like December? End of football season, middle of basketball. Well, not quite middle of basketball, but like
but it's like a third of the way through.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're starting to see
basketball's here, football's here, playoff. Yeah, dude, the best.
Yeah. So, but yeah, football is upon us.
Yeah, and like we said, the preseason, I'm not too fond. Like, I love it because it's football. I get to watch football, get to watch some starters play. Not too many, like we talked about. Both our teams are the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Trubisky's going to play probably a couple of series, and that's it. But other than that, you're not going to see too many guys out there. They definitely need to shorten the preseason, if not get rid of it, I think.
But how are you going to get guys prepared to play like the first game then? What are you going to do?
Make practices
like a
more
scrimmage?
Intense.
But then you'd rather have a guy get hurt at a practice than a preseason game?
Yeah, but that at least that way you have control of how intense it is.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think it was Ryan Clark. Like, you don't even really see that good of football till week 3 or 4 anyway from the starters because they don't play in the preseason.
That's a good point.
So
you're gonna wait till week 5 or 6 then?
If it's gonna guarantee, nothing's guaranteed, but if they're gonna keep preseason, like, don't bash coaches for not playing starters.
Right.
Don't tell me like I shouldn't feel bad for not playing my starting quarterback, safety, D lineman, running back, receiver. Just,
especially veterans.
Exactly. Like, there's no need for it.
Mm-hmm.
These guys know what they need to do to get their body ready for an NFL season. Most of them, been doing it for at least a year or two, at least.
Yeah, at least, and they've been preparing in college, all that.
And if they're some dogs, they've been preparing all off season. They've been grinding, getting ready for the season anyway.
Right.
I'm not gonna go. Essentially, every game, every play's a risk, but I'm not gonna go risk it for a preseason game.
I feel you. Yeah, that's understandable. It is understandable. But that's also how a lot of guys make rosters.
Right.
Like you got to fill out a 53-man roster. You're not just worried about your 11 starters on each side of the ball. You got to have some depth.
Right.
And I think the preseason, while I think it should be shorter, I don't think you can eliminate it fully because you got to allow those guys to have an opportunity.
They deserve it.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of these guys have probably
Cheers.
A lot of these guys have probably worked their tail off just to even get a call at a training camp.
Right.
And so to be able to showcase what they can do, not only on the practice field, because you don't always get an opportunity on the practice field.
Exactly. Because that's also limited as well.
Right. But in a game.
Right.
Like game speed, you're going up against
Right. Whoever it may be.
Another opponent.
Right.
And you get to show what you can do. So I think it should be shortened, maybe 2-3 games max.
Right. Right. No, I mean I agree. It has its pros to it.
But there's the money thing too.
That's the biggest factor on why I think it'll always stick around.
There's talk about extending the season.
It's
Are you
crazy.
kidding me?
It's crazy. Like, I would be okay with taking a preseason game away and adding a regular season game.
No way.
I'd be cool with that.
No way.
As a fan.
You want 17 regular season games?
Why not?
Again, regular season games you're competing, obviously, like you said, you're going to compete a lot harder than in a preseason game.
Right. We're talking as a fan, though.
Okay, as a fan.
I would have football. Think about it as baseball shit. I'd take 182 football games if I could, but the bodies can't take that.
Yeah.
They just can't.
162, by the way, in baseball.
Whatever. I forgot they should shorten it again.
Whatever. They didn't shorten. They actually lengthened it from 154 to 162.
How stupid.
You're crazy.
Imagine a doubleheader on a Wednesday and nobody comes to the first game.
They don't really play. They don't schedule doubleheaders.
They do.
They make up games and play doubleheaders.
We'll schedule on a Friday or Saturday.
Hey man, travel. You gotta worry about that. It's all kinds of stuff.
Season's too long and you know it.
I think it's great.
You know it.
No.
Anyway, regardless, I think that they should shorten the preseason. At least 2 games would be maybe perfect.
Yeah.
And maybe that would even incline the coaching and the coaching staff to play the starters a drive or two. Like we said, Trubisky's going to get a drive tonight, maybe 2 drives with Montgomery in there and Anthony Miller. But you won't see any other starters.
Right. Right, and that's fine.
Totally fine. It just
sucks. It's a 4-week preseason.
Yeah, and that's the bad part. Like 4 games of this?
Right.
4 weeks of this?
Month. We got a whole month.
A whole month. It's till the regular season.
Yeah. No, I would like to see the preseason shortened a bit, but I don't think you can get rid of it because of the reasons I said. Like you can't. You gotta. There's other guys that you gotta look at and have a closer look at because you know what your starters are going to be able to do, most likely, but you don't know what your backups are going to be able to do. Like if they're going to be able to contribute, So that's kind of real. I think that's really what it's for.
Right. No, I agree.
Or who it helps the most, at least.
That. It definitely benefits them the most, for sure. Yeah, you're definitely not going to see a lot of the NFL top 100 guys playing in preseason.
No. You know who else you're not going to see playing in preseason?
Who?
Zeke Elliott.
Oh, hell no. You might not even see him this season.
You might not. Man, what do you think about that? Zeke just said a couple days ago, he's like, I will not play if I don't get a new contract.
I think that it could turn out to be another Le'Veon Bell situation. Do you think the Le'Veon Bell situation worked out for Le'Veon Bell?
I mean, ultimately, not for what he wanted, because Le'Veon Bell thought he should get paid as a running back and a receiver,
right?
Like a number 2 receiver.
Which I think he should. He's a dog. Last year, at the beginning of the season, if you asked me who I would have taken Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
On the Steelers roster with Ben Roethlisberger, that offense line and whatnot.
Yeah.
I would have taken Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah. Okay.
But at the end of the situation, did it work out?
He got a multi-year deal.
Right.
What was it, like close to 50?
I want to say it was something
it's
like
12
that.
and a half a year, 13
Yeah.
a year. It's not what he was going for. He's going for more like 16, 17 multi-year deal.
Yeah, he got it was 4 years, $52.5 million.
Okay.
Only $27 million guaranteed. That's less than half of what Gurley got. And I would take Bell over Gurley.
I think the Rams may have overpaid a little bit for Gurley.
Thank you.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Todd Gurley's a beast, though, too, man.
You got to stay healthy to be a beast.
Look, I know that, but Todd Gurley was proven that he was about to win an MVP. Dang near.
Yeah, I know, but we talked
and
about...
man, he was on my fantasy team. He was carrying my squad.
Shit, till...
Week 12, and
till what's-his-name came in and started out-rushing him.
Who?
Not Jonathan Stewart.
C.J.
Anderson. Till he came in and started out-rushing him.
Well, he was... Yeah, but at the end of the season, when Gurley was hurt...
So that's what I'm saying. That's my whole argument. You got C.J. Anderson on a vet min off the bench, coming out of shape, 260 pounds, looking like Jerome Bettis. Still putting up numbers.
Respect on Jerome Bettis' name.
Still putting up numbers. Still winning games. And you're paying him like 3% of what you're paying Gurley? So that's kind of my argument.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like I'm definitely, if I'm an organization, I'm definitely not giving any running back $60 million guaranteed. If I'm Jerry Jones,
is that really what they gave Gurley?
I'll look it up right now, but I'm almost positive.
I find that's insane. Like that's a lot of money for a running back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that had a knee injury in college, has had injuries now in the pros. Man. I understand what you're saying, but I think Zeke is a little bit different than Gurley.
How so?
Zeke has been a workhorse his entire career. He's never really been hurt.
I'm sorry. $45 million guaranteed.
Yeah. That's not as bad.
4 years, $60 million, 45 guaranteed.
So you're paying him almost $12 million guaranteed.
Almost double Le'Veon Bell.
Okay. But
So
Le'Veon Bell's older.
Right.
And he sat out a year.
Which helped him or hurt him? Depends, to be seen, but what do you think?
It depends. It'll help him with the wear and tear, obviously.
Right.
But I think it maybe hurt him. I don't want to say it hurt him in contract negotiations. I think because it's Le'Veon Bell, like if this were, let's say it's Todd Gurley, you know, a guy that doesn't have off the field issues necessarily. I think maybe Gurley would have got more than Le'Veon Bell had if he were to sit. You know, let's flip those guys in the situation.
Right.
Just a different run. You know, no off the field issues. I think Bell gets
35,
a little bit more.
Yeah.
But he's had some issues, and he was hurt for a little bit.
Right.
So there's all that goes into it. Zeke has never been hurt. And Zeke was leading the league in rushing through his first 3 years as far as, total yards.
Right.
I mean, from the time he came into the league to now,
And this is a stat for, I don't know, you could say it's for or against. The Dallas Cowboys have been the best they've been in a long time with Zeke, but they still haven't done that much. You know?
Really? And I wonder why.
Since Zeke's been there.
Zeke is kind of, for one, Zeke has been the catalyst of that team.
Yeah, but like, what's their peak been? Is what I'm saying.
Their peak was a drive away from going to the NFC Championship, but Aaron Rodgers just had to pick them apart. And had to make one of the most incredible throws we've ever seen.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
they were right there.
But right there for 50 million guaranteed money. Like I said,
and they were young also.
I'll put a trio of 3 backs worth 25 million together all day long.
You better hope they hit.
I only need one of them to hit.
You better hope.
I only need one.
Okay. You can say, like, the DeMarco Murray argument. He was a good back for Dallas, and then he was just an average back when he left Dallas.
Right.
You could say, no, I don't think that Zeke. I think Zeke would fit anywhere. He can run behind any line and still get his.
Right.
But you can make an argument that you put an average back in behind that Dallas offensive line that they would put up, not Zeke numbers, but something close.
75%.
Yeah.
I think there was a stat like when Alfred Morris was there and
He
was
was
playing.
he was putting up some
He was
yards.
like 4.6 yards a carry.
But Alfred Morris was also a good back at one point, a really good back.
Right, he's no studs, but you ain't paying him $45 million.
No.
Now you pocketing that money and building that defense. You got your quarterback, you got your best receiver in Cooper paid off, and then you build the defense.
So do you think
You shuffle through 3-4 running backs over 4 years? That's what I would do.
And that's what the Bears are kind of doing right now.
They're aiming for that.
Yes.
They're going to pay their defense. They're going to pay Trubisky, and they're going to just
risky, dude. Trubisky.
I mean,
Trubisky.
at this point, there's no risk. Because
Right.
they haven't paid him.
They haven't paid him yet.
And I think we'll find out.
They better not pay that man a dime more than I know quarterbacks are overpaid.
Always will be. Look at Kirk Cousins.
Overpaid.
Overpaid as
But he used his
fuck.
leverage. He knew
bet
what the
on
market.
himself.
He knew what the market
He was taking that franchise tag for like 3 years.
Two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most you can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he was all about it. And he got paid.
Right. And then he got.
He ain't even that
he
good.
got like $84 million guaranteed.
He's not even that good. He's
No.
average.
I'll take Trubisky.
I'd say he's above. He's a pretty good quarterback. Pretty good NFL quarterback.
Yeah. He hasn't.
I
done
wouldn't
much.
take Trubisky over him
Right
now.
now, I would.
I wouldn't. Don't say that.
You can. At the end of last year, Ken was like, "All right, I'm starting to believe in Trubisky."
I am.
First 3 games, Ken's like, "Ah, you was right. I'm starting to believe in Trubisky." Watch. You can compare him to his draft class all you want. Mahomes is unreal talent. Like, literally, could be better than Aaron Rodgers for God's sake.
Mahomes with Matt Nagy. I know he's with Andy Reid, a great coach.
Right. Who Matt Nagy learned from.
We didn't have Matt Nagy at the time.
Exactly.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Let's just say
Deshaun Watson.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse though.
You had 3 options. You chose the worst one. Congratulations.
Yeah, but look at who the worst one is. You're talking to him like he's freaking Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, like
He's not that clown.
he's no scum.
He's not that clown.
No,
He's not.
hell
He's
no.
not that. He's not
He's
bad.
a starting QB in the NFL easily.
But we traded 3-4 picks, right? To
Right.
move up one spot when was it San Francisco was not going to take a quarterback? You literally are rebuilding and you trade that many picks?
If you're that high on a guy, you're gonna do whatever you got to do to get him.
That's dumb. That's New York Giants dumb almost.
No, it's not.
Almost.
No.
Almost. I'm
You're
not saying
nuts.
I'm not saying he's like bad as
You can
bad
talk
as
about
Daniel
that
Jones.
draft pick and what that did. Look at what they've done with that team.
Look, they have done great since then.
Great.
Since then.
This is gonna be the best Bears team since we've seen since '85. Since '85.
Okay. So they're going to win a Super Bowl? Because the best team since then
They will
was...
contend for a Super Bowl.
The best team since then was in 06 when they... 07.
05. No, it was... You're right.
Whenever they went
Yes.
up against the Colts.
And they got there with defense And you ain't going to tell me Trubisky isn't better than Grossman. I'm not trying to hear that.
Grossman was trash.
Bro, so trash.
He was not good.
At all.
He was not good. They want defense and special teams, a.k.a. defense and Devin Hester.
Exactly.
I get you. But, okay, let's go back. But okay, we kind of went off on a tangent there about our Bears.
It's all right.
Let's go back to the Zeke situation in Dallas. How do you think?
I'm paying Dak. I'm not paying.
How much are you gonna pay Dak? You can't. You can't. Please don't say you're gonna pay this man $35 million.
He can't be the quarterback that's the highest paid quarterback.
He cannot reset the market.
He deserves a Cousins deal. Kirk Cousins deal.
What's Cousins' deal?
I think he guaranteed 85.
What's Cousins' deal? Please look that up, because I do not. He's maybe as good as Kirk Cousins. Maybe. He is younger.
3-year, $84 million deal. I think all guaranteed.
Guap. He's making
that's less than
28.
Yeah, it's less than 30.
And that was last
shorter
year.
Term.
Was that last year that he signed that?
Last year was his first year deal. Was his first year? Yes. So it's his second of his third year.
I'm paying Dak 26.
I'd be okay giving the extra $2 million a year.
No, because that extra
to keep a franchise quarterback.
That extra $2 million can
be another running back that's not Zeke. Yeah, you right.
But what you gonna do without that extra $2 million then?
Get another running back that's gonna take a little less to be on a contending team. If you're gonna let one walk, who you letting walk?
Well, the thing about the situation is, Dak is at training camp right now.
Exactly. That's
the thing.
That's leverage for him.
Is it?
Yeah. So
I'm not even getting into that. I'm saying, like, why is there such an urge to pay? Oh, we got to get Dak's deal done. Well, he's there. He ain't gonna sit out.
But isn't that like a good thing? Like,
no, that is a good thing.
Right. Like,
that is a good thing that he's there and he's showing that he's a part of the team. He's the leader of the team.
Right.
But why are you guys in such a rush, like, to get his deal done when he's got another year left on his contract? Like,
I don't think they're in a rush for it.
It sure seems like it.
But it's now or next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Dak knows, like,
hey,
I'm getting mine.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they got to pay me. There's no way they're going to not pay Dak. He's not going to set the market like Zeke wants to be.
He better not. I swear if they pay him more than $30 million, I'm going to lose my mind.
I don't think they
I'm
will.
not even a Cowboys fan, but that's just dumb.
I don't think they will. But, like, also, like, it also shows a maturity level to Dak compared to Zeke. It shows
no, it does not. Here's
How?
why. Because Zeke's career, based on running back history, is gonna be shorter. Dak is gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid as long as he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. He don't care. He is gonna get paid, no matter what, because he's a quarterback.
Nah, in Dallas, he's not. Jerry Jones will cut his ass.
They love him down there.
As they should.
Anyways, Zeke is trying to use his leverage, whatever leverage he has, to get paid because he knows that his career is going to be short. That's what it's about. It's not about, like, who's more mature. It's about, like, man, I got to get mine. I've been producing for y'all. I've been the reason. Look at Dak's numbers when Zeke's not there. They were 3-3 without Zeke. In that 6-game suspension. 3-3. Where's that getting you? Where's 500 getting you, Chris? Sent home.
Okay, to be fair, like,
sent home.
The Patriots did the same thing, except they won 3-1 without Tom Brady and still won the Super Bowl. Like, you could take. I'm not saying Zeke isn't better than Dak. Zeke's better than Dak.
That's a whole different. That's way different.
What I'm saying is, take the best player on your team. That's your focal point. Go play 6 games, and then not game plan, like suspended, like 6 games. You don't got him. All right, now let's funnel on Alfred Morris and
3-3
Smith. Okay, 500. You act like they didn't win a game.
I mean, they won some games because they're a talented team.
Okay,
but they were 500. they were not
and
a good team.
What did we say before?
They were not a good team.
What did we say before? You don't even start seeing teams kind of come together till week 4 or 5.
That's everyone else in the league too.
Exactly.
Everyone else in the league.
Right. So if you can break out of the first quarter of the season at 500, you're not. It's not like you're sitting in the back seat.
No, but I'm saying they were not as good of a team without Zeke.
No, they're not gonna be They're not gonna be as good without Zeke with Alfred Morrison. They're not going to be, but it doesn't mean they can't win games.
Do you think they'll make the playoffs without Zeke this year? I think maybe now they would because their defense is better.
Yes,
but at that time, I don't think they would have.
Maybe not at that time, no.
Because Dak wasn't
with
as
Dak getting better, Cooper getting better, the Jalen Smith, Van Der
Esch
getting better.
Yep.
The Cowboys would be under 500 if Dak didn't play and Zeke did, easily in my mind.
Well, it depends who their quarterback is.
Exactly.
It depends who the quarterback is.
I can't even name their backup quarterback.
I can't either, but
they'd have to go sign Kaepernick. They would not.
Jerry Jones wouldn't do that.
Hell no. Well, that's what I'm saying.
But,
bro, running back gets the position, bro. You can funnel anybody into that position.
I hear you.
Shit, they can put your ass in there.
Shit.
You could get 10 carries a game, go get you 45 yards, 10 catches for 17 yards, bro. They'll be like, all right, we can work with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. It's how it's going to be. It's how it's always going to be. You won't see another Gurley deal. Well, you won't see.
Saquon about to get it.
Yeah, he
deserves it too.
You won't see many deals like that again ever.
Well,
Saquon,
okay, not even Gurley, but what about Le'Veon Bell got a pretty good deal for a running back?
If Zeke, I think Zeke's looking for double Bell deal.
No, he don't. No, I think he deserves.
If the Cowboys can't afford to pay him $27 guaranteed million, then they're just being cheap.
Over 4 years.
Then that's just bad on the Cowboys' end. I think he deserves that deal, no doubt. I think Zeke's looking for a 40, 45, a Gurley deal.
He don't need that. Because he deserves a Le'Veon Bell deal.
In my mind, yes. If the Cowboys aren't paying him that, then I'm feeling for him for sure.
Yes.
In my head, I'm feeling like he's looking to be the highest paid running back in the league. You don't think that's what he's looking for?
I think he is.
And that's what he's holding out for.
Right.
Right. That's what I think.
So
I'm all on board with a Bell deal. $30 million guaranteed, 4 years.
A little bit, yeah.
$50 million contract.
A little bit more guaranteed, a little bit more money. Yeah.
I'm all on board for that.
Okay.
If the Cowboys can't come off that, then there's a problem. I think he's looking for a higher number than that, though.
Do you think the Cowboys can win a Super Bowl with this team without Zeke?
No. I don't think they can win a Super Bowl without Zeke.
Okay.
I think, say Zeke didn't play this year, they fill it in. But that's what I'm saying,
Zeke is a workhorse, man. He's going to be there every single week and bringing it.
Right, unless he gets in trouble and gets suspended. But that's off.
Right.
That's off.
And that's maybe part of the discussion here.
Right, and they were talking about that. Put it in the contract. Should stay out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Full season. Then we'll add $5 million guaranteed to the deal. Put it in the deal.
Something, yeah. Some kind of off-field
incentives.
incentives.
That's a real thing. We're not going to pay you this money to be suspended.
Right.
Why would we do that?
Right. Exactly. No, I hear that. I hear that. And like I said, that's probably part of everything that's going on. I think also Jerry Jones probably feels disrespected because Jerry Jones had his back when all that stuff was going down with him.
Exactly.
He backed him up in the media. He's like, no, we're gonna take care of you. Don't worry about it.
Right.
We'll get it all handled. And
look what he said now.
And look now Zeke's yeah.
What did Jerry Jones say again? He was something we could win.
We can win a Super Bowl without a leading
leading rusher.
Yeah. I was like, ooh,
okay.
Shots fired.
You ain't wrong.
You're not wrong, but
look at the Patriots. They ain't had a good running back.
But the Patriots have Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. And Jason Garrett is not going to get the job done like Belichick would. So don't even say that.
I'm just saying, the running back was a rookie and James White, who's a Tariq Cohen
the Eagles.
Type. Who was the running back for the Eagles? Wait, were they the last to win?
They were the no
Seahawks. Am I tripping?
Come on, man! You're talking about last year's Super Bowl, really?
No, before the Patriots last year.
Yes, Before the Patriots, it was the Eagles.
And who was their running back?
Shoot, I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. It wasn't no league.
Hell no, it wasn't.
But they also had a good defense and a good. They just caught a vibe. I feel like they were riding that Nick Foles wave. Like
let's go back. Let's look at this.
Okay.
The Eagles won it, right?
Yep.
Running back was Smallwood, Clement, Adams from Notre Dame.
No, he played last year, not the year before though.
Okay.
He was a rookie last year.
Patriots, don't matter. Denver Broncos, beats me. Patriots again. Seahawks, Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch was a beast.
Dog. Baltimore Ravens. That's back when. That's Ray Lewis's.
That was one of his last years. Yeah.
That wasn't Ray Rice, was it?
Was he there?
I think he was out.
I think he was out by then, maybe.
The Giants. Bro, there's not a running back on these teams. And then the Packers before that.
But the thing is, well, look at those teams though. What do those teams have? Most of those teams.
Defenses.
Defenses and a great quarterback.
Joe Flacco.
Defense though. That defense was nuts. Scary.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Historic almost.
That's what we're getting
And they played who?
I don't know.
Oh, the 49ers. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, all I'm saying is, like, literally not one star running back on any of those Super Bowl teams.
But they also had a great quarterback, and Dak is not that. Dak is...
Not yet. This is his third year.
He's not that.
He's not that.
That ain't this. This ain't that. He is not
that. You're looking at Nick Foles. Not
great.
Nick Foles with a defense that's good, but they weren't. That
offense was stupid. Like, it was just the play calling and everything was just kind of like ridiculous.
So it can happen. Then you're looking at
you got a better coach. So you got a better coach in Philly with that team.
Who's better, Dak or Nick Foles?
You can make an argument.
I'm not going with that.
But
we'll find out when he plays for the Jags this year.
We'll find out.
Got shit on offense, but Fournette.
But that defense, though.
They took a hit last year, and I bet they take another one this year.
They had to do everything because they couldn't stay off the field. Bortles was 3 and out.
Ramsey keeps talking that shit, but he got his ass chewed up last year.
Man, yeah, he did. All right, continue.
Anyway, I don't even know where I was going, but you're looking at New England Patriots.
Great quarterback, great coach.
Denver Broncos with Peyton Manning was there.
Great defense.
And Peyton Manning. Russell Wilson.
Peyton Manning didn't do shit in that.
But it's Peyton Manning. If Peyton Manning wasn't playing for the Denver Broncos, they would not have been in the Super Bowl. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
Seahawks, Russell Wilson, and that defense.
And Lynch. That team was.
That team was
They should have won, and they should have won another one.
Yeah,
in there.
They really should have.
So, good running. That's a good running. Really, I mean.
The only really name brand running back in the last 8 Super Bowls.
Russell Wilson over Dak any day. Pete Carroll over Jason Garrett any day.
I agree with that.
And that defense probably over their defense at this point.
Not this year, but at the Super Bowl time, for sure.
Yes, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that team was like
loaded.
Yeah, 100%. The Ravens defense, yeah, but their offense wasn't all that. All like I'm saying, like Super Bowls are won without big running backs.
They are.
Period.
They are, but you got to have something.
So what?
Dak ain't that, man.
Listen to what you're saying.
Dak ain't that.
But listen to what you're saying. These teams invest in their money in what? Defense and quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. But Dak is not that, is what I'm trying to tell you.
He can be.
I don't think so.
He can't be an Eli Manning, a Joe Flacco, a Nick Foles. He's not going to be a Tom Brady. He's not going to be a Peyton Manning or Russell Wilson. But he can't be a Joe Flacco with a good defense. He can't be a Nick Foles with a good defense. Come on now.
I mean, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
He's already damn near there.
Okay. All right.
Sure, he's got to go out and do it. Don't get me wrong. You can't just pay him and he'd be a slouch. But, it's there for him to do.
I gotcha. Okay.
Build that defense. All those teams, defenses and quarterbacks. That's what it is.
Okay.
So.
Except for
the
Seahawks.
One Seahawks team. But they had a defense and a quarterback. They just happened to have Marshawn Lynch.
Right.
Who I don't think he was getting $50 million guaranteed either. At the time, he's probably getting
probably
close
not.
to 20.
No, running backs weren't getting that paid
Right.
that anyways at that point. But yeah, okay, I got you. I'm just not on board with Dak or their coach. That's another
the coaching
that's a
is
huge
definitely-
aspect
no,
of
I
it.
agree.
Like,
Coaching is totally like, I agree with you there.
Yeah, we can go on and on and on and on and on about this Cowboy situation.
Right.
I can't wait to see what happens with it.
Right.
You know, I think Zeke should get. Look, he's probably wanting more than what. Then he's wanting way more than Le'Veon Bell money.
Right.
But I think he deserves 12, 13, maybe 14 mil a year.
I think he deserves the middle between, like, the
Bell and
Gurley
Gurley.
and the Bell. Like,
So he'd be the second highest paid running back.
I'm okay with that.
But he's trying to be like 15, like 18
He
million.
wants to be the top guy.
Look, man, nothing wrong with wanting to be the top,
Oh,
but
take
like,
$30 million guaranteed.
and go win some championships.
Shit, take 3 years, $30 million guaranteed, $50 million over the full 3 years, and
go win some chips.
Right, like, and that's what I never get. Like, and I am all for like I said, players getting their money, like especially running backs, short career, but like, there's more to life than money, man. There will always be more to life than money.
Look, I know,
Always.
but you also another thing you got to look at is where they drafted him. They drafted him 4 overall because they were going to invest in him, right?
Yeah, but look at what players are holding out for more money now, at the time of their rookie deals. Both Bosa's.
Yeah.
I think Jacobs from the Raiders, Alabama running back, he sat out for a while till like 3 weeks ago to get his
that
contract.
good, but okay.
Exactly, like it could have been done a different way. You could have got more guaranteed money in the beginning of your career and take a little less.
No,
now.
but the thing is, they're slotted as rookies. They can only make a certain amount.
Right. Well, go
They
get
can
the
only make a
max.
certain amount. That's the thing.
I know.
Look, man, they're like this whole America's team situation, which Dallas ain't America's team. I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
I'm not gonna say it's the Patriots, but I don't know. Everyone should love them, but we don't. So we hate the Patriots here.
Exactly.
And
Fuck.
so I'll just say Dallas is still America's team because that's all we're talking about.
They can.
That's
have
all
that.
everyone's talking about. Cool
That's
with
fine
me.
because they ain't been shit in a long.
They haven't.
Time,
They really
so
haven't.
I'm really not worried about it.
But man, so let's kind of move on from this whole Zeke
Right.
situation because we spent a lot of
I
time
hope
on
it
it.
works out for both of them. Like,
I do too.
I know contract talks are always harder, but like find a compromise, make it work. You both need each other.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be a Le'Veon Bell and go to a Jets team where you know at least 2 years till you're competing, really
Right.
competing.
Yep.
That money's not worth it.
It's not.
Take
it's,
$5 million less and go win some games and really compete for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Playoffs, you know.
I agree. I think if he takes a little bit less money than he's wanting,
Right.
he's still gonna get paid.
Right. And I think we're agreeing on what we think he should make.
Yeah.
As far as that.
But we're kind of disagreeing on
Worth compared to
right.
Dak,
Yes.
essentially.
Dak ain't the dude. He ain't the guy, and neither is the coach.
Definitely.
Dak is more the guy than the coach. The coach is really what concerns me.
Yeah.
Jason Garrett. I don't think he's the guy.
Right. And I think like it was weird because Dak had such a good rookie season,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he went down last year,
You know why he went down? Because Zeke was out.
for 6 games.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's because Zeke was out.
It's his second year. He's only his third year as a pro quarterback, though. Like it's
Okay.
not like he's like
All right.
10 years in.
All right. It's cool. Again.
Sorry.
Let's move on. So to the top. Let's talk about the top 100 players real quick for a little bit.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the list in general? Maybe top 10, 15, 20 players.
I don't want to get too wrapped up to it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, these are players voting on other players.
Right.
I mean, for example, Ezekiel Elliott, 18th. And I don't even think Dak made it.
Hell no.
Okay.
If he made... Come on, man. There's like 15 quarterbacks alone that are better than
And
him.
I don't know how they ranked it. Is this like quarterbacks like... I think this is based off last year's performance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's
See,
not...
like...
It shouldn't be a historical,
I was going to say, because I'm not starting a franchise with Ben Roethlisberger as 44th on this list.
No, not now.
Yeah.
No, but
it's based off
But he had a
last
good
year's
year
performance.
last year.
Right. It's based off last year's performance.
Yeah.
I don't know. For the most part, there's a lot. I mean, 100 players is a lot, but if you look at the top, you got Aaron Donald, Drew Brees, Khalil Mack, Mahomes, and then Gurley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting Brady at 5 and Gurley outside the 5 for me.
Okay.
I'm not like Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers, like one of the best ever, maybe the best, but like I don't know, like
Aaron Rodgers, dude.
it could be like
people
me being a Bears fan, but like
people slept on the year he had last year, like because he was hurt for a lot of it.
right.
He put up 25 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. That's it.
I know, but
He's on a terrible team.
See, and that's what they keep saying, but like
Not a
he
good
gets
team.
the excuses LeBron gets, and I hate that. It is never Aaron Rodgers' fault ever, no matter what happens ever, no matter any game, any play, anything.
He don't make mistakes. Obviously,
He
threw
made
2 picks.
He made 2.
That's it. Did he throw one against the Bears?
Yes. Eddie Jackson picked it off the end zone. Week
Okay.
17?
Yes. 2 picks all season. And he played hurt.
I don't get it, man. Like,
How did they not win? Because they had no defense. Look, the difference about quarterbacks, like the difference about football in general, like your star players can't play both sides of the ball. If your defense is bad, you can't win every single game.
bro, no, you can't. But
Basketball, you
have
play both
easily
sides.
Aaron Rodgers, when healthy, top 3 quarterback.
Easy.
I don't care. In my eyes, Devontae Adams, top 4 receiver in my eyes. You're crazy, bro.
No.
You're nuts.
No, I don't think he's top 4.
Bro, you are crazy.
Top 4? Where's he on this list?
Bad.
Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill,
Hell no.
Odell. I don't even see
He's
Adam
35th.
Thielen.
You're taking Adam Thielen over
Nope.
Devontae Adams.
Nope, I'm taking Julio Jones.
Give me your top 5 receivers right now.
Okay, not really in order yet.
You don't have to give me an order.
Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Odell.
Now, I'm sorry, real quick. Is this based off what they've done, what they're going to do this year? Sorry.
I mean, I guess kind of what they've done.
Okay,
Like,
cool. I'm all for that.
yeah.
Whatever you want. Go ahead. So
yeah.
Start over.
Julio Jones, Hopkins. I pick Thomas over him. I'll pick Odell over him. And I'll pick... There's one more guy. I'm kind of drawn... Oh, Antonio Brown. Didn't mention his name. That's 5 right there. No way he's cracking top 5. No way.
You're crazy as hell.
No way.
Bro.
Who is he beating? Who is he replacing? You better not say Odell Beckham.
Odell.
You're crazy.
My top 5 wide
Okay.
receivers.
All right.
Not really in order, kind of, but like if I really had to get down to the specifics, I would probably change some things.
Okay.
I think Antonio Brown's going to have an off year this year, but I'm going to keep him in the area because he's been a beast. Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, who also is on the downfall now. But we're talking about what they've done so far, right?
Okay.
Right? Are we not?
Okay, yeah.
Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams, then Odell Beckham.
You are crazy.
I literally switched one spot.
Dude. The thing is, it's like the top 5 and then everyone else.
Oh, Devontae Adams is in that tier. I don't care what you say.
I think he might be in a tier by himself, but he ain't up in the top 5.
He is, for
He's
sure.
not. No.
It's a top 6 then.
No, it's not.
He's
It's
above
really not.
Tyree. He's above Tyree, Adam Thielen, Diggs. He's above them.
Yeah, I okay.
Easy.
But he ain't in the elite class yet. He's not.
You're crazy.
He's not.
You're crazy.
He's not. Man, you know what? We're gonna do this for the first time ever. I want people to email in like their top 5,
Yes.
like
Send
receivers, and we'll make a post tonight. You know, who's the top? Like, give us your top 5 receivers. I really just want to hear from everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like,
and we can post it on the Facebook page
we
too.
will, and so just so you guys know,
Doesn't have to be any order. Just top 5 receivers
yes,
in the NFL.
top 5 receivers.
Based off what we just talked about.
Yep.
Based off of what they've done so far in their career.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes. So everyone, our email is we're gonna try and start to incorporate the email a little bit more now.
Right.
That we're
for sure.
Kind of trying to evolve the podcast a little bit. So yes, our email is cctitletown@gmail.com. That's it.
Super simple.
Super simple. If you know the name of the podcast, you know the name of the email.
Exactly.
So again, it's top 5 receivers in the NFL based on what they've done up to this point.
Crazy.
Dude, he's not top 5. I'm sorry. He's 6, maybe 6.
Maybe 6. Who's competing for 6? Because it ain't Tyreek Hill. He's a better Devin Hester.
Bro, do you see his numbers? He's a difference maker on that team.
He has better hands and route running than Devin Hester. He's a speed guy.
Better hands and route running. Hello. Last time I checked, those are 2 attributes you need to be a good receiver, right?
It's okay.
And he's got Devin Hester speed. Come on.
He's got better than Devin Hester's speed, I think.
Maybe.
Bro, I'm not.
Maybe.
I'm not going down. Devontae Adams is a better receiver than Tyreek Hill.
I would tend to agree with you on that, but we'll see.
We're fighting over 5 and 6 spot with Odell and Devontae Adams. Is what we're fighting over.
Odell is that dude.
You heard what Aaron Rodgers said? Aaron Rodgers said Devontae Adams is a top 2 receiver. Shit. Independent how he worded that and how what he's talking about. Last year, I would take DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams in that order, based off last year only.
Julio
didn't do shit but rack up yards, no touchdowns, and their team was trash.
Because they don't ever throw to him.
Bro,
in the red zone.
Stop. It's Matt Ryan. You can't. I'm not trying to hear who's throwing it to him. Matt fucking Ryan. That's
good.
who.
He's good.
I'm not trying to
hear.
Who's
throwing it to Devontae Adams, the best quarterback of all time,
that's
arguably.
Fine. But there's no. I mean, there's no
arguably.
argument. Top 3 receiver last year.
All right, man.
All right. Let's look it up right now.
I mean, that's cool, but he's not. Look, you can get the stats all you want.
Good, because I'm going to.
But I'm just trying to tell you that he's not a top 5 receiver.
Crazy.
He's not, dude.
You're crazy.
Anyways.
So last year, it was Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio, Adam Thielen, Devontae Adams. So Adams was the 5th.
As far as
and that
yards,
that covers like receptions, catch percentages, yards per catch, touchdowns.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's about it.
So he's 5th. And Adam Thielen, man, don't sleep on Adam Thielen.
I'm not, because he's a dog. But out of all those guys, Adams had no fumbles. Had the
DeAndre Hopkins did not drop a ball last year.
No, and that is insane. He's the best receiver in the league. I don't care what anybody says.
I wouldn't argue against it. I wouldn't argue against it based off that fact alone.
And this is just what I pulled up from the pro sports reference page that we use on all our sports.
Yeah.
That's what I just went to was the first
NFL,
one.
like Football Reference.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
On this list, Odell was 22nd.
All time?
So this list factors in tight ends as well.
Oh,
and
okay.
running backs.
Okay.
So technically Zach Ertz was in the list of top 5.
Gotcha.
But I'm just going straight receivers.
Gotcha.
So Odell was probably like 20. He was probably 18th.
Dude, he was hurt last year.
I mean, there's some names on here. It's like, God, how is Odell down there with those?
Well, he was hurt last year. He has Eli Manning throwing him the ball, and he's made Eli look like a starting quarterback.
Shit, Eli's got a Super Bowl, so
2.
Exactly.
And that was like a decade ago. So
that's okay.
Moving on. Anyway.
Yeah, we can kind of end it with that.
Yeah, I think so.
I think because man. Don't even.
Odell is a top 5 receiver. I'm sorry. Like he's gonna prove
somebody's got to go, and it ain't Devontae Adams.
Who?
Odell.
Crazy. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna send it off.
Yeah.
At that note.
Send it off.
I'm gonna send it off. So, we know it's been a while since we've done a podcast. We promised to try and do more frequently. Now that we're moved into the new headquarters and everything, we've got stuff more settled. again, guys, go ahead and send in your answers for your top 5 receivers. It's cctitletown@gmail.com. There's no colon in the email. cctitletown.com or at gmail.com.
Yep.
And just send us your top 5 receivers. Doesn't have to be in order. If you want to put it in order, great.
Right.
Give us an explanation why you think that if you want.
Right.
Whatever you want.
We'll probably put a Facebook post out there too.
Yes.
For those out there, and then we'll put our email there too if you want to see it there.
For sure. Like I said, we're gonna try and start to utilize email a little bit more and just kind of engage with people a little bit more.
Exactly. We're gonna do some giveaways here soon too. We got the video coming soon.
Yes.
Oh, dude, it's about to be. It's gonna be really cool.
I can't wait.
I'm anxious as hell.
I cannot wait. So yeah, if you enjoyed the podcast, be sure to subscribe to us. We're at CC Titletown on every platform. We're on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube as well. We'll check you guys later.